Hey guys, today we're going to be doing the Obsidian Sanctum jumping puzzle. You want to start off by looking around to make sure the area is safe before you drop down. Now this is PvP enabled, so you will get killed in here, or at least attacked. Ahead of you, you can see these two dragon statues and a corridor that's leading through. It will take you to this arena-like location. A lot of people seem to go there just to fight. They have no interest in doing the jumping puzzle. If you want to do the jumping puzzle, then ignore that path and follow the way I'm going now. If you are around this section here and you happen to fall down anywhere between now and where I show you to get the stealth potion, then you just come to these stairs here and you can continue on your way. You don't need to go back to the very start of the jumping puzzle. This little jump that's coming up here, you're jumping around a corner. It can be tricky at times, so just take your time when you're going around. If you do fall down there, just head to them stairs and you'll be fine. Now this section here, there is a stealth potion up these rocks. You don't have to go and get it, you can skip this part, but if you do want it, then it will give you 5 minutes of stealth, which, you know, it can be okay. I don't usually get this because I can do the jumping puzzle pretty quick, but if you're new or just worried about being attacked, then I recommend you come and get this potion. It's been a while since I've got this, and you can tell by the way I'm screwing up jumping up here. I just keep humping rocks. It's not a fetish I have, I just suck at jumping up this bit. Once you get to the top, you'll see this here. This is the potion you take, and it will put you in 5 minutes of stealth. I'll highlight the wrong item. There you go. You can see the timer. Just make your way back down, and then you will head into this part here. All this is you base. Oh yeah, that water there. If you mess up jumping up here, you'll land down in that water. Just follow the water through and you will come to them stairs that I highlighted before in the video, and you can continue on from there. This part here is just simply going up in a big circle. It can be disorientating and can make you a bit dizzy. The camera, you keep having to adjust it to see where you're going. Other than that, there's nothing special here. Just be careful when you're going on the beams, you don't fall off, they can be a bit narrow. Once you reach the top, just have a little look around, make sure it's safe. You'll notice this second set of stairs here. Now if you fall down at any point here, it is them stairs you will be running to come back up, and you can continue from here. You don't need to go back through all what you've just done. Once you get here, you're going to head over to the right and you're just going to make these jumps across here. They're easy jumps to do. It's only the first jump that can kill you if you miss it. Just make your way up here. Again, these jumps are relatively easy. This jump will put you in combat mode, so just wait till you get out of it before you do your next jump. If you see a rich orichalcum vein, it will be roughly somewhere around where I am now. It's not always there, but it occasionally spawns. You can just drop down and get it and then head back to them stairs, just to go up the second set of stairs. Once you get to the top of this bit, there will be a trap that you can activate, which I should run to now. This here, you can activate these, so if there's anybody chasing you over in the distance where you can see that torch, it will set spike traps or flame going off. I can't remember which one it is, but you can always use that if you're being chased. Now here you will take combat damage from that jump, so just wait and then make that jump. If you try doing that jump while you're in combat, you won't make it, you will fall. Once you get to this section, make sure you pick up a torch. You can't take a torch when you're in stealth, so you will need to come out of stealth to take your torch. Now in here it is pitch black, you can barely see very far ahead of you. You can use these torches. Number 2 will throw it out like that. Number 1 will be a stab, and I really don't know what number 3 does, I never use it. Now these ugly heads will spit fire out at you. If they hit you, they will knock you off like that. Just look around and there will be a set of stairs over to your left hand side. At any point in this dark room, if you get knocked down, just come back to these stairs and you can start over. These ugly heads, it's usually best to just get right up close to them and then do your dodge like this. If you're ever unsure where you are in the darkness, just press number 2 to throw your torch out. Now once you leap across here, you will come to this another ugly, I don't know, I think it's a lizard or a dragon. Press number 1 to stab it with your torch and it will light that trail of fire up. As you're jumping across these pillars, make sure you're always stood at the highest point because they're a bit uneven. The highest point you stood at when you make your jump, it's more chance of getting across. When you're at this section here, try and jump at a diagonal. It's always easy to make the jumps. And these stairs here, there is a break in the stairs as you can see there, but you can't actually fall down that one, you just run into the wall. Now once you come to these beams, they are narrow and it can be hard to see where you're going because it's so dark, so if you're ever unsure, just press number 2 and throw your torch out. Once you've done this room a few times, you probably won't be throwing your torch at all because you'll just know off by heart where you're going. Now once you jump over here, you will be coming up to your next set of ugly heads. Now jump through the first set and then pause because you're going to have another set to jump through. Throw your torch out if you're unsure where you're going, and then jump through. Now here you want to turn right and head out onto these beams. Now be careful here because there's nothing else in front of you, the beam breaks. So head around to the right and follow the beam around this way. Whenever you are jumping at these, try and jump at a diagonal and aim for a section in the beams where 2 cross. It will make like a cross shape and it's easier to jump onto. Now once you've done this bit, you've successfully got past the dark room and you will come out into this room. Now if you look around the tops, you might find enemies up there. I think it is the top right, I'm about to look. Let me see. Yep, up there, that is where you can get some enemies. They will usually stand up there and attack you. The cages that you may have noticed in the room below, you can use that switch up there I'm highlighting now with the mouse, and it will open the cage doors and it will let the mobs out. So if you've got anyone coming in behind you, you can get up there, pull the switch, it'll unleash them cage doors, and then when they come into this room they'll have to deal with the mobs before they can continue with the jumping. Now I'll jump down or fall off here just to show you. If you do mess your jump up like that, just run back here and we continue. Again, it seems to be another set of rocks I seem to enjoy humping. At this room, you're jumping around the outside of the room, going up in a spiral. Other than the mobs that can be released from the switch, there isn't anything else really to this room. Just take your time as you're doing the jumps and it will be pretty easy. Again, like the dark room, once you've spent more time doing this, you will be able to go through it pretty quick. Now when you come to this section here, you can always pick these boulders up and toss them down at anyone, if there is anybody down there. Now you want to aim for over there. There's a very thin ledge here. You jump onto that and you want to run facing the wall so you can make it across. Now here's the switch I was telling you about. If you pull this, you'll open the cages. The cages open at random and different mobs will come out like that below, and they will attack anyone who's down there. Now just keep in mind they will attack allies and friends as well. Now head up these stairs, and once you get to the top, it's usually worth having a look up just to see if there's any enemies up there. That is the direction you're going to be heading. As I can see, it's clear, so I'm just going to go on ahead. Now this next jump, you want to be near the torch when you jump across, and then you can get on there. If you miss that jump, you can fall down. It is possible, if you're unlucky enough, to fall down into the room below where them cages were, and if you do fall that far, you will die. As we come up to here, you will notice that there is spike traps on the floor. They're activated from a switch that's a little bit further ahead. You can see them there. So again, if you've got people chasing you and you've already done this part and you're a bit ahead, you can pull the switch. I'll show you where it is in a moment. Just make your way along here and up to this next section. These will be, I think these spit out fire. Yeah, these heads, they throw out fire. So if you're being chased, you can use the traps to burn people and bleed people. These are the switches. This one here will do the fire, which you can see up there, and this one will do the spikes. Unfortunately, I'm not at a very good angle to show you the spikes. You can't really see them coming up properly, but they do work. There isn't that many people in the jumping puzzle these days, so I never get a chance to PvP much or even use the traps, but they're there if you need them. Now these three heads, they never do anything, they just sit there and look fugly. Just make your way around the ledges very carefully, and once you come to the top of these steps, you will be at the chest. Now this chest will respawn 24 hours after you first open it. It doesn't reset with the server, and you can only take it on one character per account. Unfortunately, it got changed. Now for all you mesmers who want to do the jumping puzzle for people and portal them up, this is where you'll place your portal. Make sure you jump onto this platform first to avoid dying, drop down, and then just run along to that torch where you'll jump off and set your portal for them. They should be waiting below the rocks. Just keep in mind you can't take them directly to the chest anymore because your portal doesn't reach that far. This is the best you can do.